30-year-old Brandon Cruz.
I am a chanter with the I Fanlalai'an Oral History Project, and I'm an advocate for the CHamoru language and culture.
Growing up around his grandparents, Cruz says they were very in tune with the culture.
We would go down south to our family in Talafofo. That's where my grandma's from, and my grandpa's from Tinituhon. And so, growing up, they only spoke CHamoru, so a lot of us grandkids, we were we were curious about why they're speaking in CHamoru, the language, because at that time, of course, we didn't really understand. We only know that they spoke to each other in CHamoru, if they're arguing, stuff like that.
After middle school, Brandon left to Arizona, but after 2 years, he began to grow mahalang for his island home and the people. He says that was a turning point.
I started doing some research, reading, and just realized all the injustices that our people have been through, our ancestors up till today. And it made me want to come back home and contribute and be a part of something greater, take an active role and be that change in our community. And I came back and joined the I Fanlalai'an Oral History Project, Gumapaluli.
How he came about I Fanlalai'an was online, visiting guamgifts.com.
There was a I Fanlalai'an CD as well as Tautotanu, and so I bought both CDs, and I kind of was curious about Gumapaluli, the I Fanlalai'an CD. It was so different, so unique, the sound, I've never heard it before. I got emotional just listening to the chants, and I kind of felt connected, like I wanted to be a part of that group.
The mission of the group was to bring back old terms that are found in historical documents, obsolete terminology that is not used presently, and bring it back and use it in chant form, because it's the traditional way of sharing our history. He says his first class, he was filled with emotion.
They chanted the chants that I requested that I kind of felt connected to. Like Ikula Mañana is always going to be my favorite chant. And, with joining the group, it allowed me to really think critically about the things in our community.
Part of the work he was doing with the group was how to reintroduce through media the creation story, especially a documentary he, along with Manny Cruz, worked on. It would be his creative project for his master's program.
I wanted to tell the creation story and, go into more detail about what the names mean, because there's variations in the names. Fu'una, Fu'nya, Fu'na, Fa'una, and it didn't make sense that, we have this beautiful creation story that honors our first ancestors, and there's no one true name that, the community is perpetuating.
Cruz said he pursued this documentary project in due part to Jeremy Cepeda and Master Chanter Leonard Iriarte.
They allowed me to understand and make that connection, and really made me feel like that's truly it. What we needed to do is kind of look at these terms, be word detectives, and really, make sense of it.
He is grateful to continue to push for something that he knows is true and accurate.
I've been, focused on this project, this creation story for years. It's not something overnight, and I'm very thankful for I Fanlalai'an Oral History Project for allowing me to better understand and make sense of it. And our purpose now is to share it with the community.
Cruz says oral historian Arlene Steffi served as his mentor while working on this documentary.
A culture without a creation story is like a family without a name. So the creation story is our beginning point. And with Fo'na and Pontan, the names are very symbolic. Fo'na meaning first, ahead, or origin. And then Pontan, the ripe coconut, symbolizes the coconut falling from its mother tree, floating in the ocean, and moving to a new land. And that's really the symbolism behind the names. And it truly makes sense.
He says the work never ends. He continues to go through historical records and compile all the variations and spellings.
It's really a collaborative effort with Leonard Iriarte, with Jeremy Cepeda, and it's a community effort to push this out. And I thank Arlene Steffi for helping me and being my mentor for the documentary for my project, and for Dr. Laura Sauter as well for really pushing it.
And although Cruz is currently a branch manager for Bank of Guam in Kosrae and is away from the island, he brought with him all his books and has projects in the works.
The main goal is just to continue pushing Fo'na and Pontan until everything is, to everything is Fo'na and Pontan. There's no more, variations.